You know what, you guys? Good suggestion. We just looked at all the videos we did, and we did a bunch of Colorsoft stuff, and we did a bunch of Matcha and the Kindle Jade Paperwhite Signature Edition, but we never did these two, so thank you guys in the comment section for bringing this up. If you are confused as to what these are, they will be these items respectively. So we have the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition, Gen 12, 32 gig. Specifically, this one is going to be metallic jade. You don't need jade, you can get black. This one is going to be the Colorsoft. So this is the color Kindle on the right, and on the left is the black and white Kindle. They are both signature editions, meaning they both have 32 gigs on board, they both have light sensors up top, and they both have wireless charging. Let's check it out. If you guys want to see the full reviews of these, you can check them out on the end roll, and I believe there will be some top card things popping up as we go. I don't do the editing, so I think they'll put it in after the fact. Let's just look at the units side by side as best we can. We're going to do books, we're going to do manga, and we're going to do colors because there's nothing else different on these. First, we need to stabilize the situation and make sure both the brightnesses are off. I don't know why Bluetooth is on. Go away. And here is what it looks like side by side. Glow lights are off, same shot. You can instantly see how white this one is, and you can instantly see how dark this one is. In the world of color, the Kindle seems to be the best at overall vibrancy. In the world of e-readers, it's dark as heck because it's super dark. This is the inherent issue with Kaleido. This is not running Kaleido. This doesn't have a color array filter. A color array filter is essentially something like this that goes over top, and it ends up coming at a detriment of what is underneath. When you have something physically on the screen, yes, I'm touching the screen right now, you can see that it is hindered. So if I put something like a Wacom layer, if I put a capacitive layer, if I put a gel layer, a glow light, a color array filter, you're starting to hinder what is beneath it. So things like this that have less things on top are less hindered by the physical layers when they build the stack of e-reading screens at the factory. So that's why it looks like this. Now, in terms of the settings and everything is pretty much identical except for one thing, which is going to be in settings, screen, and brightness. What we have here is color style. When you click on color style, you have standard or vivid. This does not have color style because there's no reason to have color style. Instead, they have appearance, which is light and dark mode, which can also be toggled from the top drop down right here, dark mode. This one does not have a dark mode on it. So those are the two core differences basically on the entire devices from a start to finish. Everything else, the store, the settings, the menu, the library, the home, the reading, it's all going to be pretty much identical because it's the same operating system moved over with one UI element different. I'm going to change it while I talk here just so you guys can see how different they look, and you can very well see right out of the gates it's not even close. We are going to go to the biggest possible font so we can get the most white space as we can, and we're going to debold it on both of these. So there we go. We got Bookerly, we got the biggest font, we got no bold. So let's see what we got. Look at that right there, the differences between that and that. You know what, let me get a pen here. Look at this. Oh look, remarkable. So we have there and there, my goodness. And here, you know what? Let's put something super white on the screen here so you can just get an idea of how close that is and how far away that is. Now, there is a way to fix this, kind of. What you would do is drop the top down and add a little bit of brightness. It just takes the edge off. Also mix it with some warmth. You see what I did there? If you don't have the warmth on, and you move that off, man, these Kaleido devices, I swear, they have terrible touch. There we go. It's kind of blue, so you need the warm lighting to take the edge off a little bit. So we'll go up to 8 or 9. Now it starts to kind of look the same-ish. It's a little bit more on the purple side of the color wheel. This one's more on kind of the greenish side, but you can do certain things to kind of cheated along the way. Same thing on this one. You can add some brightness if you want. You can add some warmth. You kind of change the background a little bit, add some stone, add a little bit of mud in there. But as its inherent form, they're not very It's not very good on the Kaleido device. Does this act well as a black and white reader? No, it doesn't. It's quite horrible. If you long press on the black and white version, you can make a highlight. On the color version, you can make, oh, what's that? Let's click on that. Boom. Different colored highlights. You have yellow, pink, blue, and orange, which is really, really nice if you want to start really getting into highlighting. For example, I just box all that like that, go to here, maybe I want a blue highlight, bing, bang, boom, and you know what? Here, let's contrast it against something else like a pink or something. Right up here, we'll go here, change the color to pink. Look how colorful that looks. Look at that. Look how nice that is. And it's good to identify and isolate different things you want to highlight along the way. Now, the Kindle can't do that. It can't even really do any shades of gray. It's just straight up black and white. But it's pros and cons, and it's what you are looking for in your unit. If you want something very dull, let me look at that. Look how dull that looks, because it does. And look how vibrant that looks, because it does. These are very stark differences between the two, and very important when you're looking to choose one. Now comes a time where the Colorsoft can shine, both literally and figuratively. You'll see that this is color, and it's manga, so it's just the cover art, nothing else, basically. But what we can do is show off the color quite well. So if we add the glow light on and stabilize it with some warmth, look at that. That looks great, because it does. It's using more battery, you do have a light on, but you do have color. I'll show you some additional color content in a little bit. But it shows as a testament to really giving you an option between the black and white line of devices, including the matcha and the color version. So it's really kind of up to you to choose which one you want. And you'll notice that the first couple pages of the manga is always kind of going to be in color, the lead in and everything else, but then the meat of the actual unit is just going to be black and white. But what do we see here? We see some pretty stark differences. In fact, that is not as black as that. So it just does seem, when you get the color version, it does give you the ability to kind of get in there a little bit more and get the blacks richer by using the glow light and stuff like that, because it is a little bit more fuzzy on here. And there's no speed modes, there's no vibrancy modes we can change on the black and white. It is just that. However, again, going back to its root form, in that you turn everything off, well, now you start to see why the black and white one shines, because it's more realistic and it's more of a simulation of what it would be like if you go to a convenience store and you buy a manga. Because look at that, it's so crisp and clear, and it's so high quality. Then you get this, and you're bombarded with, like, I can't even see that. It looks like it's purposely dark, and it's just inherently comes with the grounds of dealing with the technology itself. But again, you can make it your own. You get a little bit more battery draw. If you want to look at our channel, you'll see we did a 3-month or 2-month, I believe, a battery test on the Kindle devices. So having the glow light on really kind of does affect it, but it's mostly Wi-Fi that actually affects it in the long run. But you can see that you can do a bunch of things to kind of make it different along the way. But when it comes down to it, these are the core differences in the manga experience. Because the device bodies and offerings are identical, we're not going to show you Bluetooth or anything like that. And we can't really show you multimedia, because even if you connect Bluetooth, they don't use audio for the purposes of music or soundtracks or anything like that. It's just ebook reading and audiobooks. So this is what the color looks like on both of these. Now you can see these are the exact same image, and we went to the Google Images and got a royalty-free colored balls photo. Now, it's a very stark difference, is that this is black and white for the people just joining us, scrubbing through, and this is color. Now, there's really only 2 ways you can change your experience on basically both of these. Is have a little bit of light. We'll show you the glow light off in a second, one moment. So we'll kind of match the settings, 10, 11, etc. So this is what they look like with the glow light on. And then you grab this and you can see getting some sunlight in there. Okay, well, that's what that one looks like, and this is what this one looks like. Now, how do I change this and boost this up? Well, you can go over here and you can choose your color style, and this one will allow you to do vivid. So we're going to go to vivid just as a means to check this last one out. So you can see it up to the saturation a little bit and made everything almost little bit washed out. You lose a lot of the highlights and lowlights in vivid mode, and you know what? I don't quite like it. I am quite a fan of standard. Every time we do these comparisons, standard looks better. Now, to get a true experience, here we go. Glow lights off on both of these. This is it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. This is what it looks like. That's the real daytime ambient light, studio light settings. So we have our black and white that looks like this. Then we have our color, which looks like this. I don't care who you are, where you think you are buying these units and what unit you're buying, Kaleido needs glow light, and that's not up for discussion. You need a glow light. That's how you harness the true potential and the true vibrancy of Kaleido. You need the glow light on, you can mix it, you can match it, you can use more battery if need be, but you need the glow light on. And that's really what it's going to look like, and that's where you're going to harness the true potential of the Kaleido screen. These are the core differences between the two units. They're both signatures, they're both 32s, they're both wireless charging. But if you are in the market for a Kindle and you don't know which one to choose because you see both of these and you see the price differences between the colored Colorsoft and the regular Kindle Signature Edition, these are the differences. This has color, but it's darker. This one doesn't have color, but it's brighter. That is essentially the whole thing. I could have just started a 10-second video and said that, but let's have some fun with it. Thank you guys for joining. We really appreciate you always watching our content. It very much is just what we live and die by. It's what we do every single day, and we thank each and every one of you, honestly. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.